Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Shishak, and this is my focus on a subgenre. My subgenre in particular is crime noir and graphic novels. Graphic novels have been sort of hard to define as any one category. Some, such as, we'll describe them as just separate story arcs for larger superhero stories, while other writers will actually describe them as a novel in length and narrative development and a representation of that fact. They can cover various genres and either be collections of known superhero stories or independently created stories by authors and illustrators. Going into any bookstore, you can find hundreds of various stories, whether under DC or Marvel headings, or even just independent authors where they wrote something that came to their mind, or a singular story that may not be a part of any one certain canon. Crime noir in particular has had a resurgence in popularity over the past about 2 decades, but really in the past 15 years, with such titles as Sin City and 100 Bullets getting a lot of praise from critics and readers alike for their gritty depiction of crime in somewhat realistic environments, not so much in Sin City, but with 100 Bullets. This subgenre, it features a lot of morally ambiguous characters, usually people not on the right side of the law or down on their luck, who aren't afraid of getting their hands dirty and doing something that most normal people would shy away from doing, since it may not be the morally right thing to do. Like graphic novels, there are stories that are original writings and creations from different developers, and while some are actually reimaginings of established superheroes. Just recently, Marvel did a noir series featuring such characters as the X-Men, Spider-Man, and the Punisher, set in the early 20s and 30s under a noir kind of filter, I guess you could say. The first real series I want to talk about is 100 Bullets. This is one of the more predominant crime noir series in graphic novels. It focuses on people that are either down on their luck or had a moment in their life that caused them to go into a downward spiral. They're given a briefcase containing the photo of the person who wronged them, the evidence proving what is being told to them is true, a 9mm handgun, and 100 bullets, and are told that the bullets are untraceable and that they have carte blanche to do with as they wish with those bullets and those contents of the briefcase. Most people don't know why they're being given this opportunity, or if it's really on the up and up. And the story for the first couple of arcs focuses on these characters as they try and come to grips of what would they do in the situation, and asks actually the reader a very interesting question of what would you do in that situation if you had taken a turn for the worse in your life and you were given the option to not really right the ship, but just get revenge on the person that put you in that situation. And it doesn't become a one-trick pony where it's every issue is someone new getting a briefcase. It actually evolves into this larger conspiracy involving this group that offers these briefcases out, and why they're doing it, and the power that they hold, and the battle between them and the people that have been given these briefcases, and this opportunity for revenge. Following this up is a graphic novel that came out a couple years ago called Joker. This is written by the same author who wrote 100 Bullets, Brian Azzarello, and it instead focuses not on Batman, or not really necessarily on the Joker, but actually one of the originally nameless thugs in the Joker's gang. It takes an idea of there's more to these people than just being a punching bag for Batman on his way as he goes to confront the Joker. It follows a man as he decides to try and make a move up in his life in the criminal underworld by pairing himself with the Joker and trying to get into that inner circle in hopes of improving himself. Unfortunately, he's approached and attacked and offered bribes by various nefarious people within Gotham City, including corrupt cops, other criminals such as Two-Face and the Killer Croc, and even members of his own family who try and get him to follow the right path. And it works with this idea that it questions how far a person would go to improve themselves, no matter the side of the law that they're on. it actually does a very good job of creating this realistic world, similar almost into the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. In a way, it can be seen almost as a direct sequel to The Dark Knight. The final series I'm talking about is Punisher Max. This was a reboot, in a way, of the Punisher series that had seen a little bit of a wane in popularity over the years. This was to make it a gritty crime noir kind of story, where there are no real superheroes, no superpowers. It's just Frank Castle on his long, arduous battle against the criminal underworld and trying to right the wrongs of what happened to his family in a botched mob hit. And it's interesting because it follows Castle decades into his battle. You don't see it from the beginning, you see it from the middle. It doesn't make the reader feel stupid as if they go in and say, oh, we got to do this origin story again. They see him after the fact as he's battling mobsters, drug dealers, and traffickers. It's interesting to see because you see a man who's aged in real time, story-wise, still fighting for this cause that he knows is winless, but it's become such a part of him he can't let it go, and he has to fight it. And he's an anti-hero in the way that traditional heroes are more praised for what they do, and Castle's, in a way, almost being tried to stop by both people he's helping and defending. Well, there are my references, and I thank you again for listening to my PowerPoint, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.